Dear viewer, you are welcome to watch this class. Today I am going to discuss a beautiful poem, Fire and Ice, written by Robert Frost. In the previous class, we have already discussed about dust of snow. So, it is this type of a poem that is Robert Frost write the insightfulness. His writing is very common, ordinary and simple, but has deep meaning. He keeps very complex meanings and gives many rooms for discussion for many readers. Here is this type of a poem we will discuss. Students, you know that we live in the world that is existing for billions of years. Do you think the world will destroy one day? Or the world will lost or die forever? What do you think? And the sun gives you more light. Sun is called ultimate source of energy. And when the temperature of a sun increases or gives more heat to the earth, the world will perish, the world will destroy. If the sun lost its temperature, any heavenly disturbance occurs, that the sun lost its temperatures and the planet will not get heat from the sun. Then earth will change it to ice. Then it is another cause of destruction. This is a peculiar idea comes to poet's mind, that the world will destroy one day by two means. How he writes, how the peculiar idea come to his mind. Let's discuss its historical background. The poem is first published in 1920 after World War I. The poet rightly observed the terrible conditions of the world, how different countries involved in fighting each other, and the terrible situations shows that the world will not last long and its future is near. It will destroy very soon. That the poet rightly observed from the wars. Perhaps I think, or so many readers think, that World War I keeps a great impact on poet's mind. That may not be. Another reference the poet may follows to the Italian poet Dante. In his poem Inferno, he writes the same things about the destruction of the world. So the poet follows Dante's Inferno, and the poem says the same things. We think that the two important agents that gives a great impact on poet's mind. But the poet writes here that the destruction of world is caused by human activities. Then another thing is there is the apocalyptic themes. That is, the world will destroy in two levels. That is, world destroy or human being destroy. Also, destroy of a human being or end of a human being and end of the world is two synonymical things. Poet write exactly things. He says the world will destroy or end in one day, or it has some causes. Also, the human being, a totally human world also destroy in one day. That is the apoplectic things the poet gives in his poem. Let us discuss the poems, how he cunningly writes the poem. It is not very easy way to understand, because the poem is written very simple language and easy to understand, but has a very deep meaning. We will discuss it, and you keep your patience to study the meaning of the poem. Let us discuss. Fire and ice. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say what for destruction ice is also great and would suffix. The 9-lined poem is comprised of 2 stanzas. Each stanza gives different meanings. Here, easy to understand. Let us discuss again. Some say the world will end in fire. Some group of people said that. Why the group of people said that? The world will end in fire? They rightly observe that, and they have different causes. They think, some people think, and 2 categories of people here mentioned. And these 2 categories of people comes to poet's mind. Some say the world will end in fire. Who are some? Poet does not mention who are the people who says the world will end in fire. Another group of people, that is some say in ice. Also other category of people say the world will last or end or diminish in ice. That is what is poet's intention. Now where the poet stand. Here I hold with those who favor fire. From what I have tasted of the desire, I hold with those who favor the fire. From what I have tasted of a desire, rightly the poet said that. Yes, that is right. The world will end in fire, but another human emotion, cause of a human emotion, that will last, that will destruct the world, that is desire. So desire is a human quality, that's human emotions. It is sufficient to destroy the world or destroy the human beings. What is the desire? Greediness, and a more strong desire to occupation, accumulate wealth, and many more human feelings. Desire means greedy. Desire means cruelty, lust, and a strong accusation. And that qualities, that human emotions is sufficient to destroy the earth. Here, the next stanza will analyze. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for a destruction ice is also great and would suffix. Another cause of a destruction, that is ice. Some people say it will end in the ice, that is any heavily disturbance occurs, the sun lost its heat, then the world or other planet change into ice. But the poet rightly say that is a human emotion, hate is compared with ice. The hate is sufficient to destroy the world. That is indifference, insensibility non-cooperation, all these human qualities is compared as hate. And we hate to each other, each nations, each people or group of people hate each others. And that also create disturbance, conflict in the world. The human quality, lost human quality ends the lives of a human as well as the world. And hate is sufficient. The poetic speaker, that's a poet, said that hate is sufficient to destroy the earth. And here he said that I think I know enough of hate. He thinks that he knows hate is another cause of destruction of the world. Then to say that for a destruction of eyes, that is eyes equal to hate. Some people logically said that eyes is cause of a destruction, and a poet thinks eyes is hate, and this quality is sufficient to destroy the earth. Here it is also great and would suffice, and it will be sufficient cause for destruction of the earth. Here you remember that, but if it had to perish twice, perish means die, perish means end, perish means lost, perish means destruction. That is the earth will end in twice, two times, that is by eyes or by head. Here poet compares two categories, that is two destruction categories. Destruction agent and destruction factors are fire and ice. Another two human agent, human emotions, that is desire and hate. Another two categories, that is two group of people think differently and gives different idea of destruction of earth. Actually it is written by the poet to referring from his historical context or referring to the famous Italian poet Dante's Inferno. That reflects in his poem. Here let me go to analyze the poems and discuss the poetic device, which type of poetic device the poet used in his poem. You think that in line past, some say the world will end in fire, and some say in ice. From what I have tested of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. So fire, ice, desire and fire. So you take the fire A and the ice B and the A, desire A and fire A. In second stanza, that is twice B, ice twice and head C, and ice B and great C and suffix B. This is your rhymic scheme the poet used. Here you mark that in line 1 and line 2. Some say, and the same word continue in two lines. It's called anaphora. You said that you see in line 1 the world will two consonant sound continue in two words. It's called alliteration. Who favor fire also the same favor F and F continue in the two words. That is called alliterations. These are important poetic device the poet used in his poems. It is a very small poem but marks very complex ideas. The poet gives this idea, you understand it very clearly and read it again and again, and you think your idea, and the poet gives many rules for discussion for students, teachers. You discuss with your teachers and you think about the poem, what the poem says. So I think you understand it very clearly. You discuss with your teacher, you try to write your answer in your words. That is sufficient.